Hello everyone, thanks for coming back to the channel. The title for this video is Why is YouTube shutting down messaging? Keep watching and I'll give you my thoughts after the break. Hi everyone, here I am on my YouTube page and thank you for all of those who helped me reach 3,000. I'm now at 3,133 subscribers, which is excellent. Over here, I'm not going to go into this because I'm not going to click on here because I don't want to show the messages I've got because it's very easy to read them. So this is a little icon that indicates YouTube messaging and your messages are in there. The messaging function is really of interest to those who have a YouTube channel. They might call themselves YouTubers, they might call themselves content creators, because it's a way of contacting other content creators, other people with a channel on the platform. So it's integrated where you're doing a lot of work, you're creating videos, uploading videos, you're commenting on other people's videos. You can just go up to there and those people that you are connected with, and you need to request send an invitation and then for them to then accept it before you can send them messages. Those people that you're connected to, you can easily send a message. You can say, oh, I've just created this video, I've just uploaded it, I think you'll like this one. It's related to that matter that we discussed, or it's related to where you live, or it's related to one of your favorite passions, etc, etc. So it's a good way of messaging for YouTube content creators and YouTubers. So in that sense, it's quite a surprise that YouTube have decided that they are going to remove the function. Let me just demonstrate that by showing you how useful it's been. For me, just give you a case in point, I'm just going to go to a different screen, bear with me. Many of you will have seen this video on my channel. I'm not going to play it now, so there'll be a link in the description so you can click on it. But it was my sort of vlog of when I attended the YouTube Content Creator Connect event in London at YouTube head office in King's Cross in 2017. And at that event I met lots of other YouTubers, and the natural way for us to stay in touch after that was to connect and follow each other's channel, and then use the messaging function to update each other on when we're planning to meet up or discuss potential collaborations and that kind of thing. So it just seemed to be the logical place to have those discussions using the function. Obviously, for those people who aren't active YouTubers, who are only consumers of YouTube content, you know, messaging function is probably something they've not used. But lots of people who are creators, and I include myself in that, content creator, YouTuber, we do use the messaging function. So it's a bit of a surprise and you know, a bit of a shock when YouTube said that they were going to remove the function. Here's the notification. I'm going to go to a different screen now. A notification that messaging is being removed. So it's confirmation here within YouTube Help that after the 18th of September 2019, you'll no longer be able to send messages. They are putting emphasis on sending any communications in a very public domain. So you can, if you've got over 10,000 subscribers, I think you can do YouTube stories, and obviously you can use the community function and put some information there, but that's not really one-on-one. That's more of a general communication, so it's not the same. But this is a sort of confirmation, and you can you can watch this or pause this and read this if you like, about some more information about them removing the messaging function. Now, in this video I'm going to discuss a few reasons why I think they've not been very expansive about the reasons why they're removing the messaging function. So I'm going to give you my my views or my thoughts on why they're doing that. The first reason why I believe they are removing the messaging function, and I just demonstrated a few moments ago how I'd used it in around a specific event and how it's very useful for me and other content creators. I think the first reason they are removing the function is because some children, those young children, have been using the messaging function to circumvent the age restrictions on social media platforms. So platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook require you to be a certain age really to have an account. And children who are not of that age, or they may have been banned by their parents from using those messaging apps and social media platforms for good reason, for good parental reasons, they may be banned from using them. And it's come to light, it's come to the attention of YouTube that some children are circumventing those bans and those restrictions by using the messaging function on YouTube. So obviously YouTube doesn't want to be responsible for children contacting each other, and also children potentially being preyed on by predators who have obviously bad intentions towards the children. So if YouTube, for example, was to be considered responsible for undesirable people contacting children, for example, then I can see that would be a major problem for them. So that's one reason. You could call it internet safety, you could call it being online and security, and it's I think it's a valid reason for changing or amending the messaging function. I don't think you should really remove it. I think they could have tweaked it or changed the functionality of it rather than just shut it down for that reason. I think the second reason is that the messaging function has perhaps been abused by people who send spam messaging. So they can connect with multiple people. I'm talking about spammers now. They connect with multiple people and then send them links or spam links to their bit of software or their app or their or their video that's promoting their product, and this can be unsolicited. So spammers would be the second reason why YouTube is probably considering, well, I won't say considering shutting down, is shutting down. So it's one of the probable reasons for YouTube shutting down the messaging function. The third reason, and YouTube is collecting data points on all its users, be they just consumers or content creators like myself. YouTube is constantly collecting data and learning from that, and I suspect that the number of people who use messaging function outside of the obviously the vulnerable group we talked about, children and so on, so YouTube creators like myself contacting other creators, the number of people actually using messaging function rather than Twitter or Facebook or sending emails must be relatively small. Because if there was a larger number of people, obviously when I say relatively small, so in proportional terms, it's probably still thousands or hundreds of thousands or maybe even millions of users. But in terms of the total universe of users for YouTube, it's probably quite a small number and a small percentage. And for those three reasons, the internet safety reason, the spamming reason, and the number of users, or the small proportion of users using the function, those three reasons are, in my view, the rationale for YouTube shutting down the messaging function on the platform. For me, it's a bit of a loss. I would have preferred them to change the functionality so that it could help them achieve all of their objectives without removing it. But obviously the decision has been made and it is being removed on the 18th of September, and YouTubers and content creators have been notified. What do you think? Do you think that they should keep the messaging function? They should just amend it? They should make it more secure? What are your views on it? For me, as I said, I felt it was a useful function, but it's now going, and it's going to be gone on the 18th of September. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Let's try and get to 5,000 and 10,000. We've got some surprises. If we reach those figures, I've got some surprises. I'm not going to talk about them now. Let's try and get closer to the figures. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Click on give me a thumbs up if you've liked this video, and click on one of the two screenshots to watch another video. I look forward to speaking to you in the next video, which will be coming soon. Take care. Bye bye.